I look at it very differently. The fact that it is not an actor that makes a film, it is content. In Bollywood, it works the absolute opposite way, that you start off with playing heroine and then you start doing small parts as you age. And Hollywood, it again works very differently. My family is my priority. I feel children are not dependent on parents. It's us who are dependent on them, and we kind of blame it on them. So I feel that is an adjustment that I'm ready to do today.
The actors you worked with are still going strong, especially the male actors. You know, but if you look at the female stars of that age, the faces keep on changing. So while I accept that the industry has changed, has it changed enough?
I think it'd be unfair to say that, you know, the girls have not lasted out as much. Maybe they didn't want to continue doing films. Maybe, you know, other priorities have taken precedence. So you don't know. For me, I try to stay relevant with whatever I'm doing currently or even in the past, with choosing interesting content, because I really believe that content is king. So whether it be on big screen, small screen, or now OTT, or even radio for that matter, for me content is what drives me, that keeps me going and allows me to choose stuff that is different from the other.
So from the time you were working in the film actively to now, do you see you know, a change in content, a change in style of filmmaking?
I really think that that's a welcome change, and it's bound to happen, because I think it was relevant abroad that girls would still be playing very strong female-oriented parts after the age of 35. You know, they wanted that maturity and they wanted that experience to, you know, creep in. And Hollywood, it again works very differently, that, you know, actors that you see today, like a Hilary Swank or a Cameron Diaz, they've all started out doing very small parts in movies. In Bollywood, it works the absolute opposite way, that you start off with playing heroine and then you start doing small parts as you age. So that is the antithesis, you know. So, but that is again changing now, because now audiences are also recognizing the fact that it is not an actor that makes a film, it is content. Look at the films that have done well right now in the box office, you know, Tanu Weds Manu, a Stree for that matter recently. It's all content driven.
Back when we all dated, world was far more analog to now, you know, having been a part of the show, what have been your takeaways? How has love changed?
This age or this generation wants things to be quicker, and it doesn't mean that they're not serious about it. It's just that I think they've got a lot of practicality and pragmatism coming into play when it comes to even love, that they don't want to waste time.
So a dating show, Shilpa, what made you sign on the dotted line?
It was a very unique concept, an original format. The role I play in this series is that of a catalyst, helping the girls who participate on our show. Each girl is given the choice of 3 boys. They get to know them, get to know everything about them during the course of the day, and I help them maybe not take that final decision, but help her with choosing who she should go ultimately on a blind date with. And the beauty of this is it's not just any ordinary blind dating show. While she's getting to know the guy or the guys, she gets to know everything about them, but she can only hear them, she can't see them. And she has to love them only on the basis of the voice.
You know, you mentioned other priorities, and as a woman, you know, motherhood is one. Has that changed life?
Definitely. For me, I can't talk about the other people, but my family is my priority, and I was very clear about that. And I think that's why I took that sabbatical, and films always became, you know, took a back seat. But I think now, since my son is more settled, he's growing up, and he's not as dependent on me, he's still, I mean, you know, I feel children are not dependent on parents. It's us who are dependent on them, and we kind of blame it on them. But I want to be able to be there for him. But I think films then is a choice again. When you make that, you have to understand that the schedules are going to be very erratic, and there are long patches of where you can't see your child, because that's how we work. So I feel that is an adjustment that I'm ready to do today, because I'm slightly more sorted on the, home front. Back in the day, I was very clear I didn't want to do it.